So thanks for being here and being here on time. I appreciate that. And I do try to do these quickly so that we don't waste your time. And then if you don't have questions, then you can get off. I am coming from my house. I have a car in the shop that they close at 5:30. So I got permission to come and be at home because my last middle school one's at 4:45. So excuse my kind of messy room. All right, so the biggest concern that we have right now is that Teresa is out and we still need to get you the supplies you need and still take care of business on that end. And so there's some things that we're gonna need from, like, as the art office, from you guys to help this process a little bit, because we're pretty much just Wendy and Ashley and I trying to do that extra work and still make things happen. And it's, you know, just like a lot of you, we're learning a new job as we go. So first of all, we need you to read Artbeat. I get those out almost every Tuesday. Also, if you don't get it emailed to you, I do use S'more to send you the email. It will be in the shared drive under Artbeat. I put all the links. So if you've missed one and you don't want to have to look through your email box, you can go there and get to that. And that's always a resource that you can come back to. In Artbeat, we have all the helpful links that should be able to answer a lot of your questions right now. The next thing is check the art handbook. It is a live document. As we are developing new systems and figuring out new ways to do things, because we're trying to do so without Teresa, we are actually updating the handbook as well. So if you have a question or you're confused about what to do, please check there to see if we've already answered that question, and it's in there. Follow the system. So I am a firm believer of systems, that we have a process of how we do things. And if you follow those systems, it'll put them all in one place, so that we can easily get to it and get you the information you need. If we change a system, and there's some things that I'm learning as I go, as it comes to the things that Teresa did, if we put a new system in, I'm going to put it in Artbeat first, and then we'll also update it in the handbook. So a few things have already changed. Field trips. So none of us had any field trips last year. This year, some of you are, might end up going on something. Some of the museums are reaching out. We have a new system for that. It actually starts with the campus secretary. The campus secretary puts in that request, but you have to give them that budget number, and that will route it to Chris. After that's done, then it will, you'll need to do your 905 if you need a substitute, and put in a bus request. And of course, parent permission slips, those sort of things. But that will be updated in the handbook as well. Because I know most of these things you probably maybe do once a year or once every couple of years. So we don't expect you to have all these things memorized. That's why we put them in a place where you can get to it easily. The other, this should be orders, sorry. Okay, so putting in your orders. Please make sure once you've submitted that order on the, through the VPA drive, that it is on that Google sheet. I know this is another thing that you also just do once a year, and so we forget how to do it. But make sure it's on there. There's been a couple of people who've panicked and well, if it's not on there, you're gonna have to redo it and send it through again. Also make sure you save a PDF of that list that you've created. The other thing is through school specialty. We now can make lists, and I did put in a video on Artbeat on how to do that. And what that does is makes it so that we can order everything all at once. And so Ashley has been trying to keep up with the orders now. Tuesday she's works in the choir and choir music department. But Ashley's only with us 2 days a week. And so the faster we can make this for her, the more on top of these orders we can stay. So please make a list. And again, there's a video on there. There's a PDF of the instructions. It's really not hard. It's like making a list in like Amazon. And it will make the process a lot smoother for us. Things that you absolutely cannot order. You cannot order technology. You cannot order ink, and you cannot get cameras or document cameras or iPads through School Specialty or Amazon. We have specific vendors that your ink toner has to be ordered through, and I will put all those in the next ArtBeat, but technology can only go through our technology department with, there's a specific person that we actually have to get a quote for if you want to use your budget money to do that. Typically in the past, supply money can only be used for consumable things. We are willing to like move some of those funds into a technology fund if that's how you would like to spend your budget, but it can't just be from Amazon. That there's a lot of laws that go into school finance, and I don't understand 100% of them, but I know that if I try to submit it through Chris and Marcy, they're going to say, absolutely not, you cannot order this. Again, we are trying to get as many things as we can through School Specialty. If you cannot find it, or if there's a huge price difference between that and Amazon, send that to me for approval before you put it in. Some people, if they can't find it on either of those two, they'll look at Blick. But the issue we have with Blick is not everything on their website is available through our ordering system. And so we have problems with that as well. So School Specialty is your best bet on getting things through the art department. So we'd really appreciate you making those lists, especially as we're about to have those deadlines. All right, upcoming deadlines. Well, first thing, your glass pieces are all fired. Wendy worked really hard to make that happen. So you can pick those up at the art office at any time. Just let us know. Call one of us when you get there and we'll run it out to you or let you in so you can come find it. All right, Hispanic Heritage artworks are due on the 27th so that's the end of this month. This is an optional show. So if you are doing something with Hispanic Heritage with your students, you're going to be taking a picture of that and you're entering it into a Google slide that Ashley is already prepared for you. And then we release this show virtually, and it's a way to get your kids recognition. We send them a certificate, and they used to be in person at the board room, but there were so few people going there. We felt like the virtual option was better in terms of getting more recognition, more inclusive on who gets to see it. And so we're going to stick with that format. Ashley has all the directions in there. If you go to the shared drive and look under art exhibitions, it's under optional ones, and that's where she always puts those. And it's a great way to just give your students some more recognition. Supply order deadline. So yours is going to be October 5th. That's coming pretty soon. If you need help, please let us know. Or if you want to stop by the office after school and have us help you, we're willing to do that. Just let us know. We don't want anyone to feel totally overwhelmed, but we do want to get you your supplies. And so make sure we get that into the VPA drive on the 5th, because if you miss the deadline, then it kind of puts us behind within the other groups that are coming quickly behind you. All right. I'm not 100% caught up on everything since we're trying to do 2 jobs right now. So just letting you know, I have not updated your Flex and Strive. So do not freak out about not having those hours yet. I will get to it, but right now I felt like getting you your supplies was the most important thing so that you have the tools you need to be successful in the classroom. So Flex will get updated. Hopefully by the end of the month, I'll get to that. Answering emails. Right now, I'm going to have a very straightforward approach to answering you. It's going to be right to the point. Sorry if it seems abrupt. I'm not a mean person. I just am very limited on time right now, and but do want to answer you. And so I might not be able to get to you the same day that you email. Just give me a day or two, and I'll do my best to answer those questions. Curriculum, of course they changed the format for the 3rd time in a row. So I am, Wendy and I are working on getting those updated, but we're probably not going to meet this next deadline of getting it in the format that they want it. So we will get there, but it's not going to be immediate. Letter jackets, that doesn't apply to you, so we won't talk about that. But that is all for me. So I'm going to open the rest of the time up for questions. So if you do not have questions, you can log off, and thank you for your time.
Tiffany,
Yes.
are we able to check on how much money we have left in our budget?
No, I do not. We have not updated that at all right now. So if you look on what you've already ordered,
Right.
look on that, because it's all on that sheet where you can check it, just deduct that from what you have. Because that's not something that we've been able to keep up right now.
Okay, so just deal with that. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Thanks.
Hi, Tiffany. I got a question. Yesterday, this week, I upload my order supplies at the Google Drive, but I'm not sure exactly where I supposed to put the information, because I don't know if you're gonna assign a folder for this year so I can upload it there, or where exactly I had to upload it.
For what thing are you trying to upload?
Supplies orders.
The orders, they're
Yes,
going to go
because
through. Yeah, they're going to go through the VPA drive. So if you go to the handbook under ordering, it'll tell you step by step how to do that. And then if you go on there and it's still confusing, why don't you come by the office after school and we'll sit down and you can do it there.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask you another question?
I want to know all conference.
What was that?
I'm sorry, the conference, the upcoming conference.
Yes.
Kind of like to know all these conference. I'm new to it, a little confused by the process, like what's covered, what's not, how to let you know that we were attending.
Okay. In ArtBeat last week, I put in a request form for those who want to go to the conference. We'll see how many people we'll get. We will try to cover that at 100% for those who are interested. Priority is going to go to those who are presenting, and then those who we pay for going. The expectation is that you're then going to teach a flex class without compensation for the rest of the group.
Okay, so paying that conference registration, but not transport and not lodging.
No, we want to be able to cover all those things, but it's going to be a limited number of people. But we do want to be able to cover the conference registration and the lodging. And I think they give you like a food budget too.
Where that's all.
That is, so ArtBeat is, there's a link in ArtBeat for those who want to indicate that they want to attend.
I have a question.
Yes.
So today I had one of the special ed people come by and ask me if there's going to, in the past, the art teacher, she had like a show for the special ed students. Is that something we do?
Yes, we have a show. It's called Very Special Art Exhibition. And we, in the past, it was in November, but it was just too soon. No one had art by then. And so we moved it to, I think it's January, February. I'd have to look on the calendar for sure. But we
So
do
it is
have one
something that we do.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's just for special education students or those, even those who are receiving a 504 evaluation or accommodations, you could include them as well. That you do have to let the parents know that this is a show for students with special needs. You don't want parents to be surprised when they get there that this is what that is. Okay.
That was the first I've heard of it. That's why I was asking.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. We did it virtually last year.
Virtually. Okay.
Yeah.
But this year, everything's going to be, in person and virtual.
We're not going to do that one virtual and in person. We're just going to do that one in person. So the only ones we're not doing a virtual version for are Dream Makers and Very Special Art Show.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I had to
Okay.
add.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Does anyone know how I used to be able to like stop share on the bottom of this, and it's not, that doesn't look like an option now. How do you stop sharing your screen? Anyone know that one?